Okay, tribe. Once I figured out manifesting, how manifesting really works, my life started to shift rather quickly, my friends. And I'm not saying this as a flippant cliche. Listen, guys, it took me almost 10 years to figure this stuff out. Okay, what I'm going to share with you in this video. Now, I want you to watch this video because I'm not going to explain manifesting how many people explain it. I'm explaining it right here to get you flipping results. This is advanced manifestation right here. And guess what? You can jump straight to advanced, baby, okay? You don't need to be a beginner to watch this video. Do you understand? So, let's get rock and rolling, okay? And like I said, 10 years, I am not lying. Okay, I want you to listen to this very, very closely, okay? This is exactly how manifesting is working in your life right now, okay? It's the rules you're setting for yourself around your whole life. That's what you're experiencing, my friends. It's the rules. It's how you say things will go in your life. That's what you're experiencing. It's not just your thoughts and your beliefs. Yes, it's what you truly believe about yourself. Okay, just like law of assumption. Law of assumption states that whatever you assume to be true for you, you will experience, but it's deeper than that. Do you understand? We all have rules around our lives. Do you understand? Most of the time, it's not even our own rules. We adapt other people's rules in our lives. And once we adapt it, once we believe in this rule, we experience it. So let me give you some examples to make it super clear for you. And I'll use myself, okay? What do I mean by rules? Rules is kind of like, if I believe that I have to work 12 hours a day to build my business, well, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to have to work 12 hours a day to build my business. I'm going to be in that loop of working because that's what I believe to be true. Do you understand? Okay. Even with YouTube here, if I believe I got to post at a specific time at 8 a.m., if I believe I got to post when everybody's on YouTube, if I believe I got to make the most viral thumbnail, well, guess what? I'm going to have to experience that. Do you understand? If you believe life is to be hard, you're going to experience hard. If you believe that, well, I'm sensitive, I'm an empath, well, that's what you're going to experience, my friends. Okay? That's what I mean. It's you set the rules of your life, okay? Manifestation aligns with your rules you have around your life. That's what you're experiencing, my friends, okay? That's what you're doing, and you're not realizing it, okay? You're trying to play the emotional game. You're trying to get excited over here. You're trying to align your identity, your self-concept, your self-image, but you're not changing the rules of the game around your life. You're still saying the same old rules you've been telling yourself 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Listen, part 2 to this. Sometimes in my videos, I talk a lot about this. I say, life is happening for you benefit, okay? If you're going through a gunk phase right now, it seems like nothing is working out for you, okay? Lots of times what's happening is trying to figure out which way to walk. Lots of times what is happening is life is happening for you, but it's trying to put you in a state that you just stand up, you just draw the line in the sand. Okay, it's trying to make you see what's happening. It's trying to make you see that you are the captain of your life. You are the captain of your soul, baby. Okay, you have the steering wheel of your life. Okay, you're controlling your life. It literally comes down to this when we talk about rules. It's what you say to yourself, you have to experience. Your life is going on what you say, what you believe, all these little tiny rules you have around everything. That's what you're experiencing. That's how you control life, my friends. Okay? That's how you bend reality. Okay? That's how you take control of your environment. Because you're in control Okay, things have to align with you. Do you understand? Okay, listen, even if you're going through a financial hardship right now, and you truly believe that, you know what, life is happening for me, I'm gonna figure this stuff out, and you're confident enough, you set that rule, it's what you say, it's what you state, guess what? You have to experience that. You will figure it out. Do you understand? And guys, really fast here, let's put a disclaimer on here, okay? When I say this took me 10 years to figure it out, it really took me longer than that, because now I'm kind of away from the loud and the music. That's why I was trying to walk fast. I was talking loud to talk over things. Listen, okay, I grew up as an empath, baby. I don't want to get into empath talk. I got a lot of videos on my channel about that. If you're new to it, okay, just search on my channel. I grew up as an empath, okay, where you feel everybody's energy. The big thing with the empath, when you feel people's energy, you actually absorb that energy to yourself. Okay, you actually put yourself in a position that you're experiencing that, even though you're not going through it. Guess what? When you put yourself in that position that you're experiencing it, well, how does manifestation work? You have to experience it, okay? That's what I mean by rules. You're bringing on other people's rules, other people's problems to your own life, and you're experiencing it. That blends over to being a Mr. Nice Guy. Just being nice. Okay, listen, I just did a video on this, listen to this. If you're nice, you cannot manifest. If you're a Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Nice Woman, guess what? You're gonna struggle with manifestation. You're gonna struggle with living your dream life, okay? And listen guys, the reason why I say this is because when I talk about manifesting, okay, I'm talking about life-altering things you wanna manifest. I'm talking about things that you wanna manifest that's gonna change your flipping life. It's gonna change your family's life. It's gonna change your family for generations. That's manifesting. That's what you want, okay? You want life-altering things. You don't wanna manifest a cup of coffee. Do you understand? But what you have to understand is if you're nice, you're not going to experience it. Why? Why would I say this? And this aligns with our talk. The reason why is if you're nice, you have to look back at the patterns of a nice guy, patterns of a nice girl. What are the patterns? Okay, the patterns are that you're passive. You go with the flow. You don't have no standards and boundaries or non-negotiables. And if you do have standards or boundaries or non-negotiables, you bend them. Okay, you don't uphold them, you bend. Okay, that's the issue with the nice guy syndrome. That's the issue when you're being too nice. Okay, you don't have your own rules around your life. You don't have your own standards or boundaries around your life. Okay, it's all, listen guys, what you have to get, it's all other people's. That's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing other people's problems. Because listen, when you're a nice guy, I experience this. I know what I'm talking about when I talk about this stuff, okay? Like I can group float, okay? That was me in college. I could group float. Like in psychology courses, back in the day, they called it group floating, meaning like you had many groups, different groups of friends, but none of the groups intermingled. You're the only one. That's why they called you a group floater. Okay. Now, guess what, guys? The reason why you can group float, if you're like me, is because each time you go into a different friend group, what you end up doing is you're mimicking that energy of the group. Okay. You're becoming a version of yourself for that group, so for that group to accept you, okay? That's what you're doing. That's why if you're an empath, you can do this. You're a Mr. Nice Guy, you can do this. You're not being the authentically you. You're not going into each group and just being you, because not every group is going to accept you, okay? But what you have to understand, if you're a group floater and you're jumping around, in each different group of friends you go to, you're just mimicking their energy. Okay, what are you doing? You're absorbing their energy. You're absorbing the rules of that group. Mm, but you're experiencing it also. Okay. So, is it really an advantage to be a group floater? Probably not. Now, you can be a group floater and be the authentic version of you. And when someone crosses your stand on a boundary, you nip it in the butt. You nip it in the bud right now. You tell them about it. They don't like it. You're out of that group. Bottom line, I don't care. That's being you authentically you. That's you standing up for your standards and boundaries around your whole life, around the rules you have around your life. It's your rules. It's not somebody else's rules. I don't want to experience somebody else's life, guys. I don't want to experience someone else's rules they have over me. You understand? But and I know I'm not even explaining it on the level that I really want to explain it to you. When we talk about rules, all of us are doing this. All of us are setting rules around our whole life. That's not even our rules. Okay? It's like we learn these rules in school. We learn these rules by our parents, what our parents, how the type of life our parents lived. We learn these rules. We learn these rules as we get older through life. And we take them on like ourselves, like they're like a rock stone. That's why I told you in the beginning of the video, like just really cheesy rules. Okay, if you believe you need to work 12-hour days, 7 days a week, well, that's what you're going to experience. You're going to have to do it. Listen, guys, if you believe you can work 2-3 hours a day being an entrepreneur, Monday through Thursday, you have a 3-day weekend, well, guess what? That's going to align with you and you're going to experience it. Listen, you're only experiencing the rules that you have around your whole life. You're only experiencing what you truly believe. But your belief goes deep because it's around everything. It's around everything you say and you state and you believe. It's around the little things. Okay? Listen, if you believe that God punishes people, God's going to teach you a lesson every time you make a mistake, well, guess what? That's what you're going to experience. But if you believe the opposite, you believe, you know what? God is my heavenly Father. God is within me, okay? No, I'm a child of God. He's my dad. Why does he want to punish me? He doesn't want to punish me. He wants to bless me. He wants to give me the world. He wants to give me the kingdom. He wants to bless me with all the abundance in the world. Guess what? I'm going to experience that. That's what you have to understand. But the biggest thing is, not to have this video go on forever, is listen, it's what you say, it's what you state to be true. Okay, that's why I said you're the captain of your soul, baby. You're the captain of your ship. It's what you say, it's what you state over your life that you have to experience. And guess what? Part 3 to this, I don't know if I said there's a part 2 or not, but part 3 is deny, choose, be. Okay? Because we all going to have moments throughout the day that we second guess ourselves, our mind goes into the gutter. Guess what? We deny, choose, be. We deny that state. We catch it. We're aware of it. We deny that state, if I can talk. We choose a different version of us and we be it. Okay? We go right back to, no, baby, it's what I say. It's what I say, how it has to go. If I say I'm wealthy, I have to be wealthy. Okay, it has to happen. If I say my business is booming, my business is booming, baby. It has to happen. Do you understand? If I say I travel the world, it has to happen because I said so. Okay. And I'm talking a little bit rough, but listen, guys, this is what took me so long to get, okay, in manifestation. And the reason why it took me so long to get in manifestation is just because I had some gunk to go through. Okay. Now, I was an empath growing up. I was a Mr. Nice guy growing up. Like when I was growing up, like anytime I kind of acted confident, it was pretty much beat out of me. Okay. So when I say I grew up as an empath or I grew up passive, I grew up really passive. Even people who knew me in high school would probably say. You understand? I even had a message maybe several months ago one of my old kind of high school friends saw me on Facebook. He friend requested me, sent me a message, and he said, Chad, like, just knowing you in high school, like, I can't believe that you're doing what you're doing today. Just knowing you in high school. And, you know, he was like really happy for me because, of course, he went to high school with me. And I went to a small high school, so we kind of all knew of each other. That's why I know a lot about this stuff, guys, because I had to go through it. Okay. And I'm still going through. I'll still go back to the old version of me. And I got to deny, choose B. I got to remind myself, no, it's what I say. It's what I state. Okay. You have to understand there's nothing outside of you. Everything is within you. There's no rules outside of you that's dictating your life. It's only the rules that you accept that you have to experience. You create the rules. Okay. You create the rules around your life. Your life goes how you want it to go, how you say it has to go. Oh, do you understand? Even if you say, dude, I'm gonna have my first 20K month this month, that has to happen, baby. I'm gonna have my first 20,000 day. It has to happen, baby, because you said it. Okay, and you don't move from that state. You don't buckle. Okay, you don't bend your standard because you said it. It's a rule. Okay, I set the rules for my life. You set the rules for your life. You have to understand this. And I know there's going to be some naysayers out there just because what people don't understand, they have to make fun of. And that's really the truth. You make fun of it, okay? You try to pull out an extreme example, okay, just to laugh about it. All it means is you don't understand it, baby. You don't understand it. Okay, you can't get manifesting to work for you, so the only thing you can do is make fun of other people. Okay, but guess what? You're setting that rule for your life. If you make fun of it, guess what? That's what you have to experience in your life. It's not going to work for you. It's never going to work for you until you flip and get it. Okay, if you make fun of, like, oh, Chad says, like, it's your own rules in your life. Well, I guess he's going to end up in jail. It just shows your ignorance in this subject. That's all it shows. When people comment like that, it shows your ignorance. And I know 100% when people comment like that, that's what they're experiencing in their life, because they have to experience it because it's law. Okay, it's the law of the universe. Do you understand, my friends? Listen, as we wrap up this video, you are who you say you are. If you say you're strong and wealthy and rich as fuck, that's who you are. If you think you're weak, you can't figure things out, you think you're a victim, well, guess what? You're going to experience that. Okay? It's who you say you are, you have to experience, and you got to stand in that identity. You don't buckle. Okay? You don't buckle when the storm is around you. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said you have to become blind and deaf to the circumstances around you. Okay? You have to be blind to your outside world. Okay? When you say I'm rich, then you look around and you're like, I don't see it. You become blind to it, baby. It's what I state. It's coming. It has to come because that's what I said. You become deaf to things because you're going to have people talk to you. You're going to hear shit that don't align with you, don't align with that version of you, baby. You become deaf ears to it. Do you understand? And the last thing here I want to share with you, I kind of brought it up in the video as I'm walking back home, is you don't bend for anybody. You don't bend your standards, your boundaries, your non-negotiables. You don't bend your rules for anybody. You stand up for yourself. Okay? Someone does you wrong, you stand up for yourself, baby. You fix it. If they don't want to fix it, you remove yourself. Life is happening for you, baby. Okay? It's a learning experience. But you don't bend. Because like I said, you have to experience what you tolerate in life. Ooh, Dude, I'm on fire in this video. You have to experience what you tolerate, okay? I did a video on that too, with manifestation. Another way manifestation works that aligns with this talk is you manifest on a level of what you tolerate in life. You manifest on a level, you lower your standards and boundaries too low until you know you can have it. That's what you get, baby. Stop lowering your standards and boundaries and non-negotiables. Stop bending your rules. Okay, start being authentically you. You're authentic, baby. It's you. You don't need to adapt. You don't need to adapt for nobody. Okay, you don't need to adapt to be in a friend group. Okay, be you. They don't accept you. There's another friend group that will. Bottom line, you don't need to adapt. Okay, people take this adapting thing way too far. Okay. You want to control your reality? You want to control the environment? You know how you control the environment? You know how you bend reality? You don't adapt to it. You understand? Like right now I'm in Thailand. Right now I'm in Seren, Thailand. We're up here taking care of Aang's dad. This is a poverty village, baby. Okay, but I don't adapt to the fucking village. Okay, the village adapts to me. Okay, the environment adapts to me. I'm not bending my standards and boundaries just because I'm in a poverty village. I'm not bending my non-negotiables just because I'm in a poverty village. I'm not bending my rules, what I set around my life, because I'm in a different environment. Okay? It doesn't mean I'm better than anybody. Okay? All it means is I'm not bending. Okay? And listen, when I don't bend, my environment has to conform to me. I'm not conforming to my environment. That's how you bend reality. That's how you change. Do you understand? Okay, do you get it? Okay, it took me a long time to get this stuff. Okay, I've done identity workshops over and over and over and over and over again that I made myself until I finally got it. Okay, and that's what you should do. There's a link down below for the 30-day challenge, okay? As people keep on driving by. There's a link down below for the 30-day challenge. Okay, it's called the 30-day breakthrough challenge. It's all about identity self-concept. Okay, jump into that challenge. It's 30 days that will change your flipping life. Okay, I made a challenge. I've done it many times. Okay, I've done it the whole time I've been up here in Seren for 1.5 years. Okay, jump into it. It will change your life, baby. But other than that, tribe, as I'm strutting back home, I'm like walking like this. Oh yeah. Just want to share those thoughts with you. I want to get you results. Okay. But anyway, guys, if you have questions about this, comment below. I'll help you out as much as possible. If you want to be part of the tribe, the best tribe on planet YouTube, baby, the links are in the description. You want to work with me, the links are in the description, of course. Check out the description because that's where all the nuggets are kept. Okay, not just those 2 things I said. But anyway, tribe, I love you. Now see you in the next video. Peace out.